Feeling crabby about going to work this morning, but maybe these socks will cheer me up. Guys, my girl Stephanie posted a video for the first time in 3 months. I'm so excited. My Monday's better already. So welcome to my home from the kitchen cabinet. It's lunch packing time. Gabriel is classy gray Old Navy and I am sparkly Catacorn. Did anyone doubt? So yeah, don't stare at the pile of laundry. And I really hope you can't see any dirty dishes because I have standards. They're very low, but I do have them. So, this is awesome stuff, guys. Gluten-free multi-grain bread with like actual grains in the multi-grain bread. Like, oh my gosh. I am eating sandwiches for the first time in a year since my celiac diagnosis because I just don't eat things if I don't like them, and I don't like gluten-free bread. But this is good stuff. So, unfortunately, well, it was just released in the United States. Welcome to my infomercial. In September of this year, and it's originally from Ireland. They apparently know how to make bread, even gluten-free. And it's been available in the UK and Australia for a while now, but it just came to the States in September. And it's only available at Costco, where I don't shop. My ex does, so I'm gonna have to get my ex to get bread for me now. My life is amusing. You wanna say hello, guy? You wanna say hello? This is my boy. So yeah. Don't jump in. No, don't jump in the china cabinet. So, okay, so let me think a minute. Welcome to Buzzword-a-thon round 5. This is the first round that I am participating in. And my idea was to watch one of Kayla from Books and Lala, to watch one of her videos, her readathon videos, and get some vlogging ideas to kind of emulate a few of her tricks. So I did watch one last night, and I will share a few clips of those when I get to work. But I didn't notice that much. I just like her personality, I think. It's not anything about her style, it's who she is. I just really like her position in life, But I did notice that she talks about books a lot more than I do. And I try to remind myself to do that, but I'm not often successful. So I gotta try to talk more about the books that I'm reading during the vlog. Like hers is mostly talking and not much of other things generally. She is a one book at a time kind of reader, which, you know, I think Sean calls us book sluts. I don't know. I read a lot of books at one time. So I'm gonna try to read books from start to finish during Buzzword-a-thon. I have some that I'm excited about, so I don't think that'll be a problem. And what else? I don't remember what else. There was something else. Oh, she films like all over her house. Like she's got so many angles squirreled away all over her house that she films from. So I watched a almost 40-minute clip, and I swear she didn't film herself from the same position twice. So I was way impressed. I've never noticed that before, but so thus why we are in the kitchen cabinet this morning. So anyway, I am going to get our lunches ready and I will check in again. Oh, there was another thing. Don't get in the china cabinet, guy. It's not open for you. She opens every day with kind of a list of what she has to do for the day. And I can't even remember what I'm supposed to be telling you about her. So much less do I know what I'm supposed to be doing today. But I'm gonna get my, oh dear. No, Kai, I'm gonna get my bullet journal ready at work and then I'll check back with my list for the day. Okay, we're gonna go now. Oh, and she also, during a readathon, averages 1 book every 2 days. So she usually finishes 3 books, sometimes 4, during the course of the week of a readathon. So I will shoot for that. And this is a great place to watch my watch later videos. So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn YouTube on while I'm making my sandwiches. My watch later list was at like 54 when I went to bed last night, and it's back up to 60 now, which, you know, isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. And story of my life, at least on Mondays, not too bad. Forgot my book. Where is it? Oh, I've been filming a lot, y'all. That's the one, I think. Yeah. So I did make a list, and it's not very glamorous, but you know, I made my copies. I did just post my vlog. I did my monitoring. I planned my observation meeting. So there you go. I really need to do that, guys. But I don't wanna. And look at this sweet little note that one of my students brought me. Aww, I love it. Oh, look how dark it is at 3:30 in the afternoon. So, I'm proud to report the children were absolute angels today, so that was good. However, it was a Monday, so no reading has been done thus far. It's 4 o'clock. I'm home. I don't have many tasks to do this evening, so I'm going to get started on the $80 champion right now as I wait for my pizza to cook, and I will check in when I have something to report. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Christopher Reeve. Here we go. We're not gonna play this in and out game, guy. Got a book to read. That's what I thought. Oh my God. He's crazy.
Can you send that to me?
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure this was on my to-do list. Boo, why didn't you get it done? Hey, happy Tuesday. I had a great reading day yesterday. So, yeah, I'm not sure the math on the front end, but I only have 120 pages left of the $80 champion, and I'm fairly confident that I can finish today if I play my cards right. So, yes. This reading 1 book at a time thing may be a good trick for readathons. It's very motivating. So, this book I am really enjoying. Our main guy is Dutch. He immigrated to the U.S. just after World War I when his family was struggling to recover from the war efforts. And it's about how he and his really new wife, their honeymoon trip was immigrating to the States, how he and his wife made it in the new world. And we're just now getting to the title champion here. This is for sport in nonfiction November. And I'm just really like, I'm always here for a good horse story. I was one of those little girls. But this is a lot more, like I said, it's talking a lot about this couple, this family. And the time period is one that, I haven't read a lot of. I think it's not as heavily written about. But that period in the 50s, right after the war. And it's just really interesting to think about how, when I was born, it wasn't so far removed from some of these things. I always get a kick out of that when I'm reading in the first half of this century, of the century in the book, not the one we're in now. But yeah, for example, horses as a mode of transportation and involved in the work effort, that was still growing strong in the 40s and the first, couple years of the 50s. It was in the 50s when we transitioned out of being so heavily dependent on horses. So anyway, really excited to read the second half of this today. And the plan is I have gotten all the mandatory housework done this morning before I leave for work. And I have a chiropractor appointment and a grocery run that I need to do after work. So I won't have as much dedicated free time. So I need to make an effort to read at least during my lunch hour, and then, maybe a little bit before I leave at the end of the day after, all the kids leave. So we'll see. I really, really need to do that. So I'm going to make that effort because I have these 120 pages and I'm not just reading one book, right? You knew that. So I have a buddy read going on and I need to read it about 30 pages in this. So that's 150 pages total that I need to get to. Oh, and I'm also listening to Get a Life, Chloe Brown on audio. So I'm about 2 hours into that already this week and really enjoying it. It's a UK contemporary romance, and I've said this earlier, but I've been getting along really well with the UK contemporary romance and DNFing the majority of the US contemporary romance. So, but this one, our main character is, she has fibromyalgia and she's a larger woman and she's got a really great positive self-image thus far. So I'm really liking that aspect because most books tend to come at it from the woman needs to, build her self-image during the course of the novel. And I totally get that. That's an important storyline to focus on. But I feel like this positive self-image doesn't get written as much. I think it's a new trend and a really great new trend is what I'm saying. But this one is written so well. It's a interracial couple and she's dealing with socioeconomic differences. The guy is just from the average middle class. He's the superintendent of her apartment complex. And he's a really great artist who's, you know, had some hits with his ego recently due to a woman. And she is comes from an extremely wealthy family, and she's just trying to break away a little bit. She loves her family. Her family's great. But, you know, there's all these different issues, and normally I think that's way too much for one book, all these different things. But so far, the author's handling it really well. And I'm also liking the fact that both members of our future couple have things, like legitimate things that they're having to work through in their lives. And because another thing that these romances tend to fall into is misunderstandings. And that's fine, but it gets so old. So it's really nice that, you know, we're watching these two people process their lives and then get together in the end. And there's a cat, okay? So anyway, gotta run. Check with you soon. Y'all watching me? Am I entertaining? Boo baby. Yeah, you look at the mamas. You're my girl. I caught you, guy. Camera shy. Horses. All right, I did my lesson plans. I paid a couple bills. And I have worked on my to-do list for today. So check. Ready for my classes? Got my lunch out. Let's go. Slow and steady wins the race. I made it to page 200 just now. Got to go to the chiropractor and then to the Kroger and then to the house. But fingers crossed, I can finish it tonight. Ooh, it's kind of blustery. You being helpful, guy? No, you're not getting anything. You helping? Tail going? Here we are. Doing our thing. I finished at 8:40 p.m. Now you want my glasses, dude. Sorry. I can't see without them. You're gonna break them.
I never got that email, and I should have.
You wanna wear them?
Oh
No?
my god.
You guy. Hey. Now it's a race to the finish to see if I can get my buddy read chapter done before I fall asleep. What do you think, boo? You think I can do it? You see a ghosty? Huh. Here we go. What? Now you looking?